Hey guys, Octane Restorations, and we are back with the 1996 GL1500 Goldwing Special Edition. Whew. We got a few things planned for today. We're going to replace the fuel filter, we're going to replace the battery, the fuel cap we're going to restore, and we're also going to do the spark plugs. So this is a pretty basic maintenance video coming out for this one. Not going to do anything too crazy, but let's go ahead and let's get to it. Since we already have these side fairings off, we're going to replace the spark plug because this is how you get to them. Normally you do got to take all these off to get to the spark plugs. But like I said, we've got them off. It's going to save us some time. Why not? Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we replace the spark plugs? So again, fairly simple process. I think I got spark plugs from O'Reilly's and they were like $3 or $4 a piece. And this is a 6-cylinder. It's a boxer 6. So it does take 6 of them, so 18, 20 bucks. But all in all, pretty easy. But I am a big believer in hitting your maintenance intervals properly. So I won't buy a super expensive set of spark plugs. Like I won't spend $100 on a set of spark plugs and run them 100,000 miles, you know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a cheaper set of spark plugs. Not the very bottom, but like mid-level. And then I'll just hit every single maintenance interval. I'm also a big believer in electrode grease. It goes on the tip of the spark plug that connects to the spark plug wire. And I'm also a really big believer in anti-seize compound. So these spark plugs get really hot, they expand. If there's any type of moisture in there, it'll rust, corrode, and get seized. So this anti-seize compound is great stuff. What the electrode grease does is it ensures a good waterproof connection so that you always have that good popping spark. Just a little thing I like to do. And again, you can buy the big jars of it so you don't have to get those single-use packets at the desk at O'Reilly's. Just something that I like to do. Using an Everstart brand battery from Walmart, I think it was like 70, 80 bucks. I've got no problem with these as long as you keep them topped off. I keep mine on a trickle charger, so I've never had really a problem with these. And plus they come with a 1-year warranty if you get the right one. I don't have much experience with like glass mat batteries or anything like that. I just stick to the old lead acid. Again, this is an acid, so keep it off your hands. Baking soda will neutralize it. Baking soda is a base. So if you get it on something flush with a large amounts of water and baking soda. These motorcycles actually vent through the gas cap, so if it becomes corroded and clogged, air actually isn't allowed to escape, which in turn doesn't allow fuel to enter your carburetor through the fuel pump, which in turn doesn't let your motorcycle run, which in turn doesn't let you ride your motorcycle. It's a slippery slope, so you got to have your ventilation system on your motorcycle working properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to soak this in vinegar, which vinegar is an acid solution. Normally store-bought vinegar is about 5% acetic acid. That's why vinegar has the dissolving properties. That's why it smells the way it does. That's why it tastes kind of, it tastes like an acid. It's vinegary. But it does a really good job at getting corrosion and stuff like that off, as you're going to see with these. Some people soak their gas tanks. Like they'll fill up the entire gas tank with vinegar if the inside of the tank is rusty, which it does do a really good job. Again, this is just distilled white vinegar, acetic acid. We got them completely submerged, so we're just going to give them a few days to let the acid eat off all the rust and corrosion. So it's been a few days. As you can see, the inside, it is not white, clear vinegar anymore. It's got a nice brown tint to it. And as you can see, it's collected a lot of those particles down there at the bottom. good job. You saw the particulates that came out. And again, this is safe to handle. All it is vinegar. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to produce toxic fumes. If you're in an enclosed environment, maybe, you know, but if it's just in a cup like that, it's nothing to worry about. Plus, it does do a pretty good job of removing corrosion. As you can see, it just wipes right off. So I'm just going to hose everything down real quick and then get back to the shop. Still looks kind of bad, but that is just surface corrosion. You can wipe that off with a towel like I'll show you here in a second, and it will all just come right off. So this can eat through protection layers, so it is smart to coat it in like a layer of WD-40 or some type of oil after you go ahead and dry it off, just to offer it a little bit more protection. But you don't want to let these just sit in the elements because then they'll start to form rust again. So I'm just going to go ahead and dry this off with my shop towel and kind of show you what that looks like. Oh, caught it. So as you can see, all that surface corrosion, it literally comes right off. And this doesn't have any polishing compound or anything like that on it at all. This is just what the vinegar took off, and then we're just rubbing it and cleaning it with an old t-shirt. Did a great job at removing everything. You can see there's a little difference between the two gas caps. The 1988 doesn't have a swivel on it on the top for a hose to connect to, but the 1996 gas cap does. They both still fit the same motorcycle, but the breather valve of the 1996 GL1500 has a hose that it connects to. This one it does not. Just a little tidbit of information. Well guys, that's all I got for you. Thank you for watching. Again, this was part 5 of the 1996 GL1500 Goldwing restoration series. So stay tuned for more videos coming up. Like I said, we got a lot that we're doing to this one. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and subscribing. And again, thank you for watching the video. This is Octane Restorations, and we'll see you on the next one.